How you doing, everybody? Fish pillow from the 90s, 84 here. I was looking up pictures of fish pillows because I remember one when I was younger, when I was I don't know, 15, 16 to 20, something like that. And there's pictures online, like stuff from Cabela's, I don't know, I guess Bass Pro Shops or something. But yeah, I don't know, you can get like oversized fish pillows, like really big ones. You can get smaller ones, but they're like boutique items and stuff now. But I had one that was about like this big, and it was kind of like a porch pillow, but it looked like a fish. And I probably already put up a picture of that fish pillow, like that's like the closest picture that I could possibly find, but it's not exact. But fish pillows, man, just odd and obscure things. I'm trying to like rack my mind of like awesome stuff that I grew up with. So there's that. Yeah, so today we're talking about Godzilla's Generations, and there is a sequel to this that is entitled Godzilla Generations Maximum Impact, and I believe that one is the superior version. This is the first one, and I have not talked about any Godzilla games yet. I've had a VMU review where I showed off a bunch of VMUs, and there's a Godzilla VMU. I have it without the cap, I believe, but I'm a big Godzilla fan, and I can talk on and on about this because I got a ton of photos, but there are really good Mechagodzilla movies. I believe there's one called Godzilla Tokyo SOS. Let me pour some coffee while I'm talking. And I remember that one very fondly. There's a lot of Godzilla movies that I would consider pretty bad, but I guess it's about half and half, because at this point there's about 30 or 32 Godzilla movies at this point, counting Shin Godzilla. And I really can't wait for that King Kong versus Godzilla, whatever that's going to be called, the sequel to Kong Skull Island. The fact that Kong Skull Island came out, and that's actually a pretty good monster movie, it's pretty awesome. It's a pretty good time to be a monster movie fan right now, because there's like that, not considered as good, but it was, what are those called? There's like two of them now. The whatever Uprising or something. I'll put an overlay up because I can't think of that stuff because those movies aren't really that great. But man, what were they called? I don't remember. But yeah, there's like the Kong Skull Island thing coming out. There's like this Rampage movie that just came out, and it's pretty good popcorn flick. But I don't think that it was anything really special. Oh, Jurassic World. The dinosaurs are coming back and stuff. So that's cool. I haven't seen Jurassic World, but there's a sequel to that one coming out. And yeah, I don't know if the save system in this game is worth any count. I don't know. I'm the only one that says, is it worth any count? People look so perplexed when I say that stuff. But yeah, Godzilla Generations, I'm questioning whether or not this save system is anything, because I've tried to play through these games before. Oh yeah, there's some sort of VMU thing where you unlock, or some sort of like Pokemon type thing where there's like little monsters and stuff. I took little close-up shots of like Minya. If you don't know who Minya is, it's like Godzilla's son, but technically he's not his son. And there's funny videos online about the legitimacy of Minya, because a lot of fans, they really bash on Minya. And I think it's hilarious. And because like the first movie where you see Minya, I think it's like Destroy All Monsters or something. It's the one where they're on like Monster Island and all of the monsters have to fight, but of course they break out or something like that. There's crazy stuff that happens in Godzilla movies, like they go to outer space and stuff. And yeah, man, you know what? I have all of the Godzilla movies for the most part. I think I do. I have all of them, and it's really good. I mean, even the bad ones, some of the ones that are considered bad, like there's one where a kid is having a dream, and the whole movie is basically where the kid's having a dream. And a lot of people hate on that one, but I really like that one. Oh, and the one with Jet Jaguar, like that one's not really that good either. But I think Atmosphere and stuff, like there's a lot of those movies have too much people talking in it and not enough monsters fighting, just to be honest. But if you're in that kind of laid-back movie where you want to watch like classic movies, it's very atmospheric. The one with Jet Jaguar, there's just very good like buildings with like artwork and murals and stuff. Brings me back to like innocent times, like Reading Rainbow, or you know, kind of like that. Like the 70s haven't washed off yet, the 80s haven't really washed off yet, and it's just some of that like innocent, organic. Hey, I'm gonna pot a plant today, kind of innocent quality. You know, stuff you did in kindergarten or stuff. You know what I mean? Just kind of that innocent mental space. It's really cool. Yeah, but you know, Godzilla movies, man. Just don't watch the one with the smog monster. That one's one of my least favorites. And there's a bunch of them that kind of blend together. But yeah, if you're just a Godzilla fan like myself, if you just like giant monsters, this one might be up your alley. The second one is better to my recollection. Godzilla Generations, everybody. Godzilla Generations, everybody. I got a toast to Godzilla for being awesome. And standing the test of time, being one of the longest franchises out there. Yeah, there's been a bunch of Godzilla games. Right on. Yeah, there's been a bunch of Godzilla games. There was one for the PS4, and I don't think that it was critically acclaimed for anything. It was just kind of criticized for its bad controls. And we all want to be Godzilla, right? Like, who doesn't want to be, you know, a lot of these video game characters, because it really just kind of puts you in a world, and, you know, you're able to do a lot of things that you couldn't do in real life. Like, I like playing EDF, where you're just kind of like, you know, you're wearing a jetpack, even though you're kind of forced to be a female character. Is kind of escapist, you know. And the musical score for the intro is just very, you know, standard for Godzilla movies. They use the same score for, you know, the first movie or the second movie, all of them pretty much. You gotta love Godzilla, man. He's just a big old lizard, and you can't really. He's just a phenomenon, you know. He is the product of man messing with nature, basically. All right. Hey, it's in English. At least the first half of it is. Let's just do normal game. New game, sure. Coolness. Man, I can just imagine Godzilla like in the horizon or something. Yeah, why are we gonna play Godzilla and not be? Ooh, I was about to say, why would you not want to be Godzilla? But then you got Mechagodzilla, and you know what? I like Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla's cool. It's really cool. There wasn't as many Mechagodzilla movies as there should have been. Okay, you hit up on the analog stick to move your character. I guess you just kind of destroy what you can. I'm not really sure. Let's try to destroy this one. Yeah. Hate buildings. Yeah. Yeah. Just walk right through it. I want to shoot, what is the objective here? Just to piss off as many people as you can? Just be incorrigible? It'll just be completely bad. How do you do a tail whip? I want to do something. Do you unlock that later? Is this how you get points? You just walk into buildings? Mechagodzilla, you know, there's somebody in that, there's either somebody inside, there's a team of people inside Mechagodzilla right now, or it's remote controlled. and sometimes there's like alien people remote controlling Godzilla. You know, they always do weird plots with alien people and stuff, and you know, the Godzilla movies are great. They're left field, they're zany, they're cool. You know, trying to follow the map and trying to get to these little pink areas because that's like the military. But whenever the military gets together, they do little to no damage to Godzilla or Mechagodzilla or anybody. Like, they're such a joke, you know, like, because you got Shin Godzilla and it was just the military against Godzilla. But I mean, I guess they had a little bit of a plot to it because with that game, I mean, with that movie, they came up with a pretty sweet solution. It's just too much exposition, too much talking, you know. And you know, all of these buttons, and I can't do anything. Oh wait, look at that! Nice. How do I stop though? I just used up all of my energy reserves for that. Is there a? I mean, I've wrecked enough, haven't I? Okay. Yeah. He just kind of freezes when he gets shot. Oh, for real? Really? You just gotta love it when he like shrieks and stuff, or just like seeing Godzilla. You know, like imagine seeing Godzilla for the first time if you didn't know what Godzilla was. How intense and crazy, and like you'd have a heart attack or something. All right, let's play as Godzilla. That looks like the Matthew Broderick Godzilla. Okay, let's pick standard Godzilla. You know, the one and only. Godzilla, Godzilla, and Godzuki. Remember that cartoon? Man, they had to introduce a little, like a Minya type dragon, but it wasn't Minya. It was just like Godzilla Jr. I think in the cartoon it really was Godzilla's like thing, like lineage, but Minya, look at them thighs, man. That's like Chun-Li moved to the side, right? Man, look at how massive that guy is, man. He is pissed. Imagine all those people in their office buildings, and they're just like, wait. There's a ton of Dreamcast games that have a lot of wrecked buildings and just demolition and stuff. I love it. Good old demolition, man. They even have a game called Demolition Derby. Demolition Racer, I mean. So, as you can tell, you can't really do much from the onset. This is just kind of whatever. I guess I'll see if there is a game save file for this. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's try it out. Why not? Ask and you shall receive Godzilla Generations. Okay, hidden characters open. Ooh, you know we got to. It's the only option. It's kind of like with Cool Toon, how in that game, like it only had one save file that was, you know, everything unlocked. But yeah, all of them. There were some really good Godzilla movies in the 90s, and I enjoyed all of the Godzillas from the what was it, 1930? Yeah, it was like really early with the original Godzilla. I want to say like 1938 or something like that. Could be very. Oh my gosh, we're Minya. I was talking about Minya too in the intro, I think. Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing that you can be Minya. This is Minya, and he looks just like the Minya from. I'm gonna put an overlay down, man. He looks just like the first appearance of Minya. So if you're a fan of Minya and you're a Minya purist, this game is for you. He's actually bigger in scale than in that movie, I believe, because he's actually, I don't know, Godzilla is kind of hulking and massive. But I feel like Minya's doing his own little damage. Are you able to... that music, I gotta turn it up. He looks like a big old toddler, you know? That's too loud. Oh, there. Hey, look. No! That's the second time we obliterated a Eiffel Tower. We have something against Eiffel Towers here on the Sega Dreamcast 84 channel. We don't like Eiffel Towers. And we don't like timers. We don't like being restricted with our time. We like to just totally enjoy our time. I was playing Monopoly Party and I was just like, you know, if you let the, oh, what? Oh, I was just, attacked with the tanks and stuff. There's some sort of gameplay mechanic or oh my gosh. I can't stop geeking out. This Minya is so funny as a character. I just who is a fan of Minya? I think Minya has more haters than lovers. I don't know. Are we forced to play Minya again? But even if I am forced to play Minya again, I'm happy to be playing as Minya because I probably would have picked Minya anyway. Yeah. He like rubbing his belly. What, are you hungry? Why don't you go back to that island and try to just like... He was really weak on the island. Like he... like Godzilla had to defend him and stuff, and he was just... Minya, you know? When you first met Minya, his face was like wet looking. Like, what is that? What is Minya? I think Minya was in that Godzilla movie about the dreams or whatever. I don't really like movies or games about dreams. Like Super Mario Brothers 2 was like all a dream. But that was like a really good game, and it's like one of the few Mario Brothers games that I actually beat. Like I never beat the first Mario Brothers. That's right. All them French people. But I guess we're not in France. We're totally in Tokyo. Because Godzilla never leaves Tokyo. Oh, wait. He goes to America, but he's rejected among the world. You know, he's hey, does that building just stay up if I just kind of leave the rest of it? That's cool. This is Godzilla Generations. Okay, I just hit like... Oh. I guess you are able to kind of do something. I did something with the left and right trigger. Yeah, you can tell that I can't play this good, or I haven't played it much, because I just learned that if you hold down the left trigger, you can do a little side swipe with the tail, so that's cool. Oh, and I'm holding down the X button. I guess you gotta hold down the buttons, but like I'm doing like a little thrash. Look at me just kind of going for it. That's cool. If I hold down different buttons, do I breathe fire? Yeah, he doesn't really breathe fire. He just does like a little lane. Yeah, that's Minya's attack. Hey, it beats nothing. He's just not as impressive as Godzilla. Man, well, I wish I showed Godzilla breathing fire. You know, but instead you got this. Well, that's what you get when you got a guy playing a game and he just doesn't really play it very well. The forced camera angles is kind of lame. I kind of want to move the camera myself. This game is an oddity. Undeniably, the second one is better. We'll review that at some point. And Minya. Yeah. Let's just attack some buildings with our little O-face attack. There's so much about Minya that is just perplexing and funny, unintentionally funny. I don't know if it's unintentionally funny or just funny. Oh, that's a good way to end the review. What am I going to rate this one? It's tough. This is a import game. Don't know. It's kind of middle of the road. I can kind of... That is so haunting. I want to say 5.5 because it's not horrible. It's just that I felt like I was just walking with buildings. It's just kind of like Building Destructor Simulator, but I kind of like more fast-paced games, and I don't really know what these other options are. There's probably just what that is. It's options, probably. Oh, it's a little VMU thing. Well, yeah, I'm going to stick with my 5.5, though, even though... But, I mean, it's just interesting. It's a cool little import game. Oh, am I able to fight somebody right off the bat? Huh. You know what, I don't think it's right to not show Godzilla breathe fire, so I'm just gonna, like, do what I can. Oh, theater. Oh, that's cool. Are you able to... Oh, you're able to see a little movie. This is a cool little, like, fan piece. You get to see trailers for... This looks like King Kong vs. Godzilla. Yeah, it is. Considered a popular one among a lot of Godzilla fans. It's not noteworthy for being good in particular. It's just a popular movie that got aired on TV a lot. It's a movie that a lot of kids watched in the 60s and 70s or something. So apparently this one was on TV a lot. So, and for some reason it's just a lot of people's favorites. So, yeah, man, there's gonna be a real King Kong versus Godzilla. That had, oh yeah, they had like a real octopus as a real monster. I mean, these are budget titles, you know, but they get better. Like, they really get better, like when they bring on Mechagodzilla and stuff. Some people would consider the Mothra stuff as being kind of like when it became more relevant. I don't really understand the mass appeal of Mothra. It seems like everybody loves Mothra, but Mothra is just kind of more powerful when it's in its pupa stage. King Kong vs. Godzilla. Not sure which one this one is, but it looks like they got trailers for all of them up to that point. Do they have Tokyo SOS? I might just pick like a random one. What's the most recent one up to the point? Is this like Godzilla 2000? Yeah. This might not be Tokyo SOS, but it is a Mechagodzilla one. It has the same girl from the two of them. Yeah, I think this is the sequel to Tokyo SOS, and it's not as good. Yeah, this is... I don't know if it's before or after Godzilla 2000, and Godzilla 2000 is really kind of bad. I had that VHS tape as a kid when I was like trying to get into Godzilla. Yeah, but Godzilla's kind of a hard thing to love because there's just so, like I said, so much exposition and stuff, but it's kind of the precursor to Power Rangers and stuff, because like one of the same people who worked on character designs and stuff worked on Power Rangers and Ultraman. I'm just clicking on this one to see if it's Tokyo SOS. Is this Godzilla 2000 or something? Yeah. I think this is the good one. No, it's that shoulder pad monster. It's Space Godzilla. This is Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. Yeah. I was not a fan of that one as much, but I think a lot of these, when you revisit them, they are pretty sweet. I had no idea that this review would be like talking about the movies to the extent... Yeah, this looks like it might be... Yeah, see what I mean with Mothra? Why do people like Mothra so much? It's a moth. You got the little weird twin girls. Strange, you know? They're good movies to get lost into, you know? That's like escapist stuff. Come on, bring on Mechagodzilla, baby. Rawr. This is going to be another long review. I apologize. But I do want to show Godzilla shooting fire in-game, because you deserve this. You deserve this. Yeah. I don't know, it comes with trailers, man. I might just give it a 6. How about just a random one? Toho is the name of the company. Yeah, Mechagodzilla. So epic. The plot of the first movie and the second movie is pretty good stuff, man. The first one's good in its own right. You know? It's just cool to see a big old monster. I want to see Jaguar trailer. Yeah. You can tell I kind of like Mechagodzilla, you know. I forgot the name of that monster. There's a name for one monster. It's kind of lame, like Lily or something, or Agatha. Oh, Ingress is my favorite monster. That is the opposing monsters. Like one, he was the original first Godzilla opponent. He was the first person other than Godzilla just destructing towns to fight Godzilla. So Ingress is my favorite. Recanting the whole 5.5 thing in favor of a 6 because of all the trailers and the fact that you can actually do a few moves with the buildings. It's still kind of, I don't know, it's still kind of bland and boring because all you do is attack buildings. But I mean, what else are you going to do as Godzilla? And why do they have that screen? Are you able to unlock the American version of Godzilla? I don't know, but we got to blow fire for this review because it's Godzilla. Come on now. Man, Shin Godzilla was so crazy, man. I mean, that movie was really cool. If you look up all of the Shin Godzilla moments, that's pretty much the whole movie, because the movie's a lot of talking and stuff, but if you look up just all the best scenes, like, that's pretty much it. That's all you need. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, right in your face. So, Dreamcast 84's channel has just gotten a whole lot better with Godzilla, with the help of Godzilla. Let's do a side swipe tail move. Can we do a tail move? Yeah, we are able to do tail moves. So initially the game was kind of lame because I was just kind of moving around, just walking straight into buildings like a zombie would. So for that, apologies. I probably should have troubleshooted the controls a little bit better, but Godzilla is in the process of destroying buildings in the most real way possible. I'm being shot out, so what is it, A button? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and then you let go of it. Oh yeah, he can like do a concentrated pinpoint attack where he can shoot fire out of his mouth, but he can concentrate the beam to make it like a laser beam too. And like I said, Shin Godzilla is crazy. I have the Hong Kong version, that's the Hong Kong International version, that I got before it was officially released in America because I couldn't wait, because I love Godzilla. And little did I know it was more of a letdown than anything. All the best parts I've already seen online. But hey, I still recommend Shin Godzilla because it's a Godzilla, and it's a really good reboot. I think that Shin Godzilla looks like an undead. Like, he always looks good. I think I prefer the classic overall, the classic look of Godzilla. But, Godzilla's great, man. I like him in all of his forms. I'm not really picky about what Godzilla looks like, because Godzilla's just a scary monster, man. I like the undead look. I like the traditional look. I like all of the different little 90s iterations, But I'm just showing gameplay and destruction and shooting fire. Yeah, just shooting fire just to do it. Well, I was trying to shoot in the camera like I was. How'd you like to see this just kind of crawl up your way? Like, you're just screwed, man. You try to run. You try to run and stuff. I mean, that's what people do. They just run. They're like, oh, meow, and then they go. And then, like, if there's any survivors at all, they're like, Godzilla. And then they pass out, But, yeah, I just jumped. Oh, man. The military is doing some damage in the game, so, I mean, it's kind of a nice switch up to have the military actually do something.